So hopefully the live comments will actually filter through. Oh yeah, it just popped up.
Yay!
Yay! Oh, this is going to be so much easier, I think. Okay, so...
And my computer has been like turning off randomly, so Hannah should be able to turn it on if I accidentally.
Hopefully. Although I'm not connected to your YouTube, so hopefully the stream won't just like drop out.
Yeah.
We'll find out. It's an adventure with the new YouTube regulations. Thank you, YouTube. Yeah.
All right, you want to start?
Yeah. We are talking about Ruin and Rising and the whole series, which is perfect timing because they just announced the TV show that's going to be it's a Netflix show that's going to be they just released the cast for it. So we have faces to names and people have been freaking out. How have you not noticed this? Girl, get on book Twitter.
I am on book Twitter.
It's all over book Twitter. Everybody's freaking out about like what the Darkling looks like, and yes, and there's also like Kaz and like other characters like Inej from Six of Crows that showed the picture of it too. Now I'm pulling up, but people are freaking out about it.
I'm like what? This is crazy. Sorry. Really quick. I mean, I have to see this.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm. I just want to say cat. Alina.
Here is the cast.
Let me see. Oh, okay. I like Alina.
Yeah, and apparently, wrong way. This is the Darkling.
Let me see. Which one?
The one standing up.
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah. But there's like controversy with that too. Me too, Haley. I am very nervous for the show.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what is this book?
Also, I'm so glad that the comments are coming through because that makes our life so much easier.
This might work really well.
Yes, I'm very excited. So, this is perfect timing that we just finished this and we are continuing on with Six of Crows for next month, which I've already started listening to. Amazing. Because it's a full cast of characters on the audiobook and like I just like the book so much more so far. So yeah. I think I gave this one like a 3 out of 5 stars.
We both did.
Yeah. So much to talk about this. And I cannot believe, like, no hate to Leigh Bardugo. None. Because I know that she's like a queen and her style is impeccable. Everything. But I'm surprised that she has so many stan fans for how crappy this series ended. Because after this, I would be like, why am I picking up anything from her?
That's true. But I feel like maybe she got more Six of Crows.
But it came out in different times, didn't it? It like there was like a break in between.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
like you said, I do like her writing style and everything. I just didn't like the third one.
Oh yeah, and like how she ended it is just crazy. So leave us comments about what you rated this last book and what would you overall rate the whole series? Like, would you recommend someone read this series before reading Six of Crows? I guess we won't fully know if we needed to read it, but do you think, like, if you could go back, would you read it again?
No.
I wouldn't either. I would skip this series because it's like, I mean, I'm sure that I'll be glad to know because I'll probably want that information for Six of Crows. But this book, like, I don't know if the payoff is going to be worth the 3 books that we had to suffer through. I wouldn't say suffer because I really liked the first one.
I did too.
I think the first one's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But
sorry.
Go ahead.
So my thing is like she threw in love interest that wasn't fully flushed out.
So which one are you talking about?
Nikolai.
Yes, I could agree to that.
In the second book, I thought that they were together.
See, I never thought that they were going to end up together, but maybe that's because I never heard. It was always between Mal and the Darkling.
Interesting.
It was never like I never heard any of the buzz about like Nikolai and her.
And like I didn't necessarily ship Nikolai and Elena, but I think it could have kept it platonic versus that scene where they're on the boat and he's like, I can kiss you, but I'm not going to kiss you until you say you're ready. Which we had a huge about.
Yes.
And that literally didn't even come into play.
Yep.
Like, why?
I mean, because we got that kind of romance in the last book.
What do you mean?
Well, between Nikolai and her. We kind of got that like dynamic playing in there.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And then it was like that dynamic between Nikolai's brother and Elena too, like trying to like start that shit too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nikolai is probably my favorite.
Down.
My favorite character, which I was really expecting the Darkling to be because of how much people rave about the Darkling.
I thought he was such a weak character.
See, and I like the Darkling for Elena. I like him better than Mal.
Oh God, I hate him. It's not even started.
Between who would you ship Elena with?
Nobody. She's awful.
She is awful. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
No one.
But I would ship her with the Darkling because it makes way more sense. Like their connection. But like Nikolai is my favorite. Like, just give me a book about Nikolai, which makes sense because King of Scars is about Nikolai.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why. But then I've also heard not good things about King of Scars, so I'm not.
I haven't heard good things about King of Scars either.
Yeah, I'm not intrigued necessarily to pick up King of Scars.
So I guess going back to your question about if I would read it, I always wanted to Crows. That was always on my radar. But I have a feeling that if I had read that first, there's no way I would have read Shadow and Bone.
I think I would have. I think I would have read Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, and then would have wanted to like know more about the characters, and went back, and then I would have been disappointing. Either way, I was kind of disappointed with this series.
I'd rather be disappointed first, and then end on a good note, and be like, "Oh, I'm so glad that we read those books because Six of Crows is amazing."
Yeah.
Versus like reading such a great series and then being like, "Oh, this sucks."
So I'm really hoping we're not like amping up Six of Crows too much.
Honestly, to be completely honest, Shadow and Bone had not been a Muggle Studies club, I would have it.
Yeah. Well, so I
rated, I think, a 4 out of 5 stars.
I really liked Shadow and Bone. I did not like the second. No. Yeah, I didn't like the second book. And I didn't like the third one. Like the second one's like okay, but the third one just was like it was going good, and then the ending sucked.
I know. I was like, the first 2/3 of it, I was like, this is a really good book. I love the action. I love what's going on. That scene where they had the Darkling on the mountain, and they had to flee, and then Barbara died. That scene was so good.
Yes.
And then I was like, what the hell?
So, what was the worst twist for you?
Mal.
Yes, I agree with that. Like, I feel we kind of talked about this because we just got done spending a week together. We kind of talked about this a bit of being like, where was that coming from? Like, honestly, like, that just got pulled out of nowhere. Like, with a fantasy world, you have to set up that magic system. You've got to set up that structure. And then if you can't, yes, you can't break those rules because that's what's holding together the whole illusion of it. Mm-hmm. And if you go against that and throw just like random shit in,
then it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and then it loses that illusion. And you're like, what am I reading? What's happening?
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna talk about J.K. Rowling. Queen. Queen. But they have their magic system.
Yes.
And I like that.
And you've got to be able to write, like, keep that structure strong.
Otherwise anything can happen and it's chaotic.
Yes. And there has to be, like, boundaries within what you can and can't do. So, like, the fact that, I mean, and I give her credit with that she did build in she tried to weave into it. I mean, this is her first series, I think, like the first books. So she did try to weave it in of explaining the whole Mal situation. So she talked about, like, in the first book, maybe it was the second book, about how why he could track so well was because he was one of them. So I will give her kudos to that she tried to plant the seed earlier and say, like, this is why he was able to do this. And I get that to an extent, but it just it still felt out of left field for me.
And then Alina killed him.
Yes. And then it came back. Oh, I cannot take that. That was another pet peeve that we were just, like, ranting over. That, like, just magically, we're going to resuscitate him and he's fine now. Like, no. Mm-hmm. And I don't like how it, like, also ended, that it just kind of was like, and now everything is going to tie up in a nice bow, which is what you usually like.
I love that.
And I'm okay with more ambiguous endings, but they tied this up and was like, we're going to pretend like we both died and we can just run off together and be fine and we'll never be in any danger. Like, that is too much of an easy out for someone who's been in such a limelight like she was, to be able to get away with that. Like, come on. And people were, like, literally, like, followers of her. You don't think that if she died without a body, people would investigate? Like, how obsessed these people were with her? Come on. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, come on. Also, how does that mess up the people who were worshiping her?
Yeah.
Like, how does that affect their community? Like, I would have liked it from an outside to be able to believe that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't see how that actually worked out. Like, it's so hard to conceptualize that I'm like, it loses.
Plus, it's just such an easy out.
Yeah.
It's such a show ending.
Yeah.
Like, you see it in so many TV shows. And, like,
also, with the dynamics of the kind of, like, Elena Darkling, like, power dynamic situation that was going there, that had, like, that tension between her and the Darkling. The fact that she just, like, the Darkling just died, like, the Darkling died and she just was like, okay, like, I wish we would have gotten a little more of that angst of her, like, being torn, or recognize the part that because I could be way off in left field and I appreciate that, but I ship Elena and the Darkling together. So I think, like, because they had that connection and they talked about, like, no one's ever really known me like that. We're one and the same of being able to hold that same power. I wish we would have seen, like, when the Darkling was killed, like, she felt a part of her rip out, like, because of that connection. Sort of, but, like, not quite as bad. But, like, feel that type of, like, heartbreak that she didn't realize how much she cared for the Darkling until that moment where he was dying. And I wish we would have seen that kind of, like, internal struggle versus being like, she didn't, like, there was just, like, nothing. It was like, and the Darkling's dead. Like, come on. Like, you felt some type of way towards him, and then all of a sudden now it's like, and now he's dead. Like,
yeah. Absolutely. It was horrible. Like
yep.
So who was your least favorite? Mal?
Oh, Mal or no, yeah, Mal. My second one was I can't remember her name now.
Zoya?
But is that the one that was like at the beginning, like sort of into the love situation as well? Yeah. So it's either
I ended up really liking her because it ended up being hate to love, which
yeah,
she came around.
She did. She came around. That's why I said like Mal would still win out, because I didn't like that. Like, I still have not forgiven Mal for treating Elena the way that he did, of being like at the beginning of the series of like, oh, you don't want me now? I'm gonna show up now, and it's just annoying. And I'm like, let her live her life. Like,
I still stand by they didn't seem to have that relationship. Some two people who've known each other for 5 years old.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's
so
crazy.
It's like the fact that they have now like ended up together, like gray haired and like in an like taking care of their orphan. All of it's too grossly like put together. It's too cheesy. I can't take it. Like, that's so.
And I like the cheesy ending, but I think the thing with this one is that I was so not into the characters. I was like, look at all the
So, like, I'm in for cheesy endings as well, but also this is a fantasy, like, dystopian world. Like, this is not a place for happy endings or a place for cheesy endings. And I'm like, that does not work with the story.
I didn't sign up for like young adult contemporary.
Yeah, like, I want the angst. I'm here for that. But like, the ending doesn't make sense. Yeah.
2.7.
It's not great. Yeah.
It's not. Really not. Yeah, we're excited.
We're excited for those.
Yes, for the first time for us.
I think I'm only just started it. I'm not very far. I think I'm like 2.
Are you listening to the audiobook or?
Yeah,
and it's a full cast of characters, so I'm super excited for 6.
I know. I love that.
Yeah.
I was really excited. It started like right, and they like I was like, yes.
I'm already in love with one of the characters.
How far are you?
Not very far.
Okay.
But
so it gets fast.
I like the dynamics of the characters.
Oh.
So I really like that we have like a badass woman character. Like Inej, I'm like all for her, and I'm like, yes, I want all of Inej.
I'm so excited to read this.
I'm on chapter 4. I'm not that far into it. Yeah.
Okay, so you're a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah. We don't really have that much to say because we ranted already a lot to each other.
Yeah. Well, no, we just it just now.
Yeah.
Basically, ending was stupid.
Yes, the ending was so dumb.
I feel like that's kind of hard, but it kind of was. But Bardugo, I like Wild. I like her.
Yes and no, though, because the ending, like that was not paced out well, because everything just was like, bleh.
That's true. But I do like how she describes things. I love her actions. They're very quick and a lot on and
yeah, I agree with that. I really like the action scenes and how they were played out.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, the reason
Yeah, I really like the way that she, like, her writing style is with descriptions, because I'm pretty particular.
Oh yeah,
we're in that same group. Bye, Haley. So I really like the way that she does descriptions, because I'm pretty picky with that. So if you do descriptions well, I'm really impressed, because if I can picture myself in the setting, like, top notch. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was really good that she did that.
Yeah, I could picture on that like like all the snow and glaciers and stuff.
Yeah, and like also on like the boat too with Nikolai.
Yeah. So I think that really well.
I'm really excited to see how this one's going to play out because there's going to be so many different characters that we're going to have different points of view from. So it's like to see how well she balances it. Because I think we get all 6 points of view.
I know. So my thing is I have trouble with like 3 characters. I feel like story gets muddied unless it's done well.
Yeah, we get all 6 of them.
Yeah, like the designers, and Sarah's cast. I feel like we have to have that larger.
I agree with that. Is there anything else that you want to discuss about Ruin and Rising besides that it was a disappointment? Oh no. I think Gabby may have frozen. Hopefully I'm still alive. Well, I am still live on Gabby's channel. But Gabby is now frozen. Hello.
Hey.
I am still live. You are frozen. So Gabby is joining me through FaceTime because she's frozen on there. So
yeah, my computer's like
not having it.
I don't know if it's the StreamYard that it doesn't like because it's never done this before until I downloaded it. So I'm going to have to troubleshoot that. So it's very, very strange that it's not working.
Okay. So I think, let's see. Yeah, I'm still on yours. So I'm taking over Gabby's channel.
Yay!
So I think this may be a good place to stop since we've kind of discussed everything. Also, her computer just stopped. So make sure to stay tuned for our Six of Crows. I'm sure that we'll both be doing like reading vlogs on Six of Crows, and we'll tweet out when we're going to do the live show. That will be on my channel this next month for October at the end of the month. So we will let you guys know when we are going to do that, and we will see you guys in our next videos / reading. Like,
yeah, sorry this was a shorter one.
Yes.
But the next one will be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have a lot to say.
Yep. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Bye.